Hello and welcome to episode 35 of the D Hoop University podcast. This is your host, Daryl Harris, also known as D Hoopster. And shout out to Trey 5. If we're talking episode 35, you definitely think of Kevin Durant. What's Kevin Durant known for? We give him a hard time on this podcast, but he's known for linking up with his boys. And just every now and then he has a new set of boys. So on this episode, I went ahead and linked up with my boys, the 2K Twinnz, as you've probably seen on social media. To me, they're just Jerm and Gregory. I'll give them both a hard time still. Let them know that they can't guard me. The Summer World Tour is checking in with some more of my guys. It's been a great time catching up, having conversations right now in the summer. Jerm and Gregory talk about their goals and dreams going forward. They talk about their college basketball experience. And we also just catch up. Real good morning conversation that we had. Freaky Friday edition is here. Without further ado, folks, let's talk some hoops.
Well, this interview, folks, is at least 2 months in the making. And if you're listening to this, you might think you're hearing double. If you're seeing this, you might think you're seeing double. You're not. I guess we'll call this the Freaky Friday edition of the pod. But we have Jeremy and Gregory Carlyle, two of my very, very close friends, oldest friends, probably the two people I've shared a basketball court with the most in my life.
Yeah.
Arguably, I'm trying to think if anybody else is in that conversation. I don't think, nobody's touching that. Friends since elementary school. I'm gonna let these guys talk.
Yeah,
They went on to have great collegiate careers in college basketball and are now multimedia influencers that you might have seen on ESPN, Overtime, Ball is Life, World Star, TikTok. But they're definitely the bros, man. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, bro? Thanks for the introduction. Yes, sir. That was a wonderful one. Man, good to be here for sure. Good to be here. It's about 2 months is right. It's been a long time. We've been talking about it for a while, but glad to be here officially.
Before any voices came on this pod, I definitely reached out to y'all first and we're like, all right, hey, bro, like guys, I want to talk to you guys on the pod. And it's dope now that we're getting to do it. I guess, do we need to give some more background on for one, I want to hear you guys get into what your college experience was like, because that's a conversation that we've had in passing because we've seen each other since, time and time again, seen you guys out here in Vegas, seen y'all out back home in LA, but we never kind of got to talk about the entire picture of it all, or what your experience was like, how you really feel about it now that chapter is done. And you guys, to give the viewers, or listeners some more context, you guys aren't your average, 6 foot something scholarship player. And for that reason, I really commend what you guys have done, man. Oh, for one, hold on. Let's walk it all the way back. Shout outs. I know we have shout outs. And then we'll get the pod going. You guys want to go? Either of you guys want to go first with one you got? With one that you might have had ready to go.
I don't have any shout outs, well, specifically to a person, but I do want to shout out just the young hoopers out there grinding, putting in work, going to have a mission to go, to the top, to the furthest they can take it. Just keep putting that work in. Want to even shout out our supporters that comment, support us, watch the videos. It's just amazing to be able to entertain y'all. So I'll shout out them.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Man.
Greg?
I could think of one. one of the bros that's doing kind of similar to what we doing, but he's doing his own thing. Recently in the slam ball league, my boy Tony Crosby. So I want to shout him out to
Yes,
say
sir.
he's doing what he's doing. Great to see, inspiring, and we all come from a similar place, so it's amazing to see. Shout out to the bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, he is a voice that will probably make his way onto the podcast sooner or later. It's a busy brother.
Definitely.
That's a busy brother now. I pull up to him before the game. You got the grill, you got the ice on, the grills. I'm like, oh, my brother Tony. What up, dog?
He doing his thing.
Shout out to Slam Ball. I thought of mine while y'all were going. I'm gonna give a shout out to Coach Taylor, our boy Lee.
Yes, sir.
Because, man, that he might be the connecting tissue between kind of, all of what we have to think back on when it comes to basketball when we were coming up. Because, I mean, at least for how we were introduced in Stevenson Park and
definitely
Spartan days, and
that's true.
It goes on and on and on. But we definitely sponged a lot of what we know about basketball from playing, under Coach Taylor. And shout out to that brother. He's a father, role model, in the community, coach. He's impacted probably hundreds of Carson and
hundreds, thousands,
like just youth in LA and the South Bay and travel circuit. I don't know how many Palm Springs trips we done been on, and Las Vegas trips in the van.
Right, and winning too. Who was winning too?
Oh, without a doubt, showing up. Like I said, I'm the tallest guy on the team, maybe, and what I'm saying, we seen some fools from Arkansas that eat cornbread and whole milk, and it's like, hey, we ain't tripping.
I know.
We're not tripping at all. Whether it was the press, the fast offense, slow offense, the schemes, like I said, man, just the understanding of basketball.
Yeah, freedom on the court. Freedom on the court, exactly. You could play any. Like we could beat them just because the leadership we had going into the game and all that, and we were prepared. Trained us. Our practices was skill work. So. Yeah, man.
They gave us a great foundation. All the coaches that we had. Shout out to Coach Taylor, the one man that'll start sweating before. I'm just joking. Now back to kind of where we were, because now this feels like we properly got the ball rolling on the pod that we got shout outs in. Greg, I'm gonna let you go ISO first, man, because just to summarize what I've known from a distance, I did get to see you guys play Malachi, I think, at Vanguard. But to summarize kind of your college experience from what I know, all I know is both of y'all are top 5 in like hella stats, or leading scorers or leading 3-point makers, assist makers, steal makers,
Your
man, all I know is y'all got some numbers that are going down and won't be taken down for a while. Screw wins and losses, tournaments, champion banners, all of that. Hey, over however many years, y'all tore that gym up and left a mark on that school.
Not gonna lie,
highlights. Let me hear it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it feels good. Something that will last for sure. But it was a grind, 100%. We were thrown into fire. We had a good coach who was just ready to go. They had a winning season the year before, which was actually their first winning season in a while. So the year before we came, they had a winning season. So we jumped right in and had to continue that. Now, if not, make it better. So we was in a grind. We was grinding basketball, workouts, practice, and we had a really good team. So we won more games than the next. It worked out 100%. And then the following year, same people, we made it to a national tournament. Got the farthest our school has ever been. Elite 8. So we went to the national tournament, went to the Elite 8. Playing with my bro, other side. So, I mean, it was just going good. It was going good basketball wise, going great. No complaints. Just got to work. Taught me a lot of things. Next year, junior year, we made it to Elite Eight. We made it to the national tournament again. So we were still grinding, the same coach and all of that. We have a player that we played with in high school, O'Shea. So he was a good help. We know him from over here. I don't know if we Trinity isn't in Chicago. People who don't know all that. But he was up from over here. We played against them, travel ball AAU, a little bit of high school. So it was cool to have somebody we kind of knew join our college team, and we just play like it was AAU.
Was that the light skinned dude from like Artesia or Pioneer or something? Or I'm not thinking of the right guy.
No, he was dark skin, and he's dark tint.
Never mind.
But he did go to Pioneer. So he did go to Pioneer? Yeah, it was Pioneer. Name was O'Shea. Yeah, that's the bro. But anyway, yeah, it was good to have him hoop with us. It was like AAU again. Like, we were really hooping. We made it to the national tournament again. But we lost in the first round. But, for our school, it's just it was just a hype around basketball for like the 3-4 years. Last year, our coach left, ended up leaving. He felt for his own personal reasons. And coach, we had a new coach, and season didn't go as great as the last 3 seasons. But
I didn't know about that. Or I think I did maybe, but I'm enjoying listening to this kind of retrospective. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's pretty much it about the season. Like, it didn't go as well. We were pretty much 500. That's how we ended our basketball career. But overall, yeah, great experience. Basketball, I wouldn't want to go anywhere else, really. And we can go like in the deeper, different like avenues. But overall, yeah, basketball is great. Get to play with my brother. Overall, 1-2 punch. We got to leave a mark on our school. Not only make it to the national tournament, make it to the furthest school's ever been. So, yeah.
I'll say this, and then I'll toss it to Jeremy.
Yeah.
For one, it's that's something to definitely hang your hat on. At the end of the day, after the fact, be proud of. Be like, yo, we overcame, the transitional period. Knew we belonged. And you'll always kind of have that validation in terms of, the feeling that you put in your campus. Same way we were in high school. Like, we know for a fact we brought the whole, campus out to the Honda Center. Like, or we know that we really turned it up for a minute. Like,
about 3 buses with us to Porterville. Porterville, yeah.
Dude, we're gonna talk about that a little later. We're gonna talk about that. And also, you guys had, got bit by a bug that, and not really because you walked right through it. It didn't stop you at all. But undergoing a coaching change. Now, I guess it kind of depends where you're at in your career. You guys were upperclassmen. You guys were kind of vets on the team at that point. Spot was kind of earned. So it didn't impact you as much. But as far as the big picture, it definitely does whenever you get a new coach. And it's like, well,
affected us a lot. I feel like, me.
Sure. I'm listening.
Because, so like the first year, when he first came, he tried to, so I was starting my first 3 years. I was starting point guard. And then, I don't know, but for some reason, he wanted to change the whole lineup up. So he said, all right, Jeremy, I'm not going to start you anymore. I'm going to be coming off the bench. It's going to be this person, that person, da. And then, I said, all right, I wasn't trying to like just fight the coach, go against the system as soon as a new coach comes. So I just kind of went with it. But then like a couple games passed and it didn't feel right to me. Like I was like, nah, I shouldn't. I can't remember. I think I don't know if we won or lost the first 2 games, but it was like 2 games that passed and it didn't feel right to me. So I talked to him and then we worked it out, but it was just a couple of things that the coaching change was so drastic that I didn't really understand it. I didn't know I didn't know how much that me as a player could impact the coach or impact the team. I don't know. It was just a drastic change in the coach. So it it
That presents a good point though, because like I was saying, luckily, y'all are, mature and we're
mhm.
able to handle that. But there's mad athletes who go across the country, like what y'all
Yep.
did, or
Yeah.
on their own somewhere taking a gamble because they were, persuaded to go somewhere under the perception that it was going to be something.
Yeah.
And, things happen. Things happen. Change is inevitable. We should never be surprised by that. And that's not an excuse to just, tail off and quit, or like you said, catch an attitude. That you can go the easy route in terms of how you respond to those type of situations, but that's a real thing that kind of roadblocks folks in their collegiate careers. I'm sure.
Definitely. Could have happened a different year. Could have happened earlier, like freshman year, but yeah. And it's always the what ifs, like, oh, what if other coaches would have stayed? Could we have went further, won this, won that? We always think about that with sports stuff. But
I want to hear what's next in you guys' mind and when it comes to hooping, because I think that the sky's the limit for y'all. I think the probably as high as anybody, as high as your mom does of you guys in terms of like the player that you are. I'm like, stop it. You're not going to play with these guys. You're just not. But even I, man, part of my transition to UNLV, and we might have talked about this on the side, maybe not, but part of my coming to UNLV was 100% wanting to hoop again.
yeah,
Wanting to hoop through and through. I think y'all saw some videos going back to like 2018 where I was feeling great, you know what I mean? And knew for a fact that I belonged on the team because of my knowledge for the game, physical tools, and hey, desire and want to let me share a court with y'all, give it a little bit of time, and I guarantee you I can earn my way into a rotation. Because y'all also know me. I'm pie in the sky sometimes. I'm like, hey, it takes one season of college basketball, however you do it, to get your name out there.
oh
It
yeah,
takes one incredible run or just
oh
moment and then it's up to you what you're gonna do with it. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm coming here. I got a couple years, even if it's not this first year. I bet your ass, bro. By next year, I'm gonna do
yeah.
like
I heard about
I'm gonna
this.
figure out what I need to do.
Yep.
And then of course, bro, first day of school, I'm hooping in the rec. The first season I become a manager after being gone for the summer, hooping the night before the first day of class or night of the first day. And this guy's talking a little bit of trash. I'm like, oh, nah, we're not doing this. This little guy's not getting off like this. Catch the ball at baseline, rip it. I'm like, I'm smashing on him. I'm going up top, no doubt.
Oh,
Catch it,
oh,
go rip it, go baseline, off the left leg, one leg up, missed the dunk, bang it back rim, but it went far as hell. It went to like half court. Bang it off the rim. Everybody's like, oh, okay.
yeah, for
I
real.
come down, bro. Perfect me fashion. Y'all already know. Y'all were there when I broke my leg. Come down. Whatever happens, happens, man. But left leg wasn't having it. Bent inwards, went backwards. I went from the rim all the way clear backwards on my leg, back on the ground.
Yeah.
Cooked. Felt it. Knew it was cooked. I'm like, you're effing kidding me. Like, are you dead ass, man? I'm gonna be with the team tomorrow. You can't be serious.
Yeah.
And that kind of sent my, like we said, adversity. How are you going to respond? There's a million ways to go about it. That one definitely took a toll on me, mentally lingering, and just was frustrating because y'all know my injury history. But couldn't cry over spilled milk. Definitely, I'm wearing a shirt I got from the team right now. Use the manager experience for what it was worth. I think I got slid y'all some tickets to a game once or twice, and
Yep.
that's still being a part of that Division I program. And head coaching changes, and I saw a lot, and getting to know our players on a real personal level, just as friends. And shout out to all the guys that from the Running Rebels that I've talked to and got cool with. But yeah, man, it's a crazy ride. You don't know how it's gonna play out sometimes.
Especially when injuries, heartbreaking. Like when you I see injuries, like dang. I remember freshman year, Jeremy got injured, and he was out for 2 months. Well, first injury ever, I think, and he had to even go home to Cali. I was in Chicago playing, so that's something we went through a little bit and understand. Well, he understands more, but it happens, ups and downs. Basketball, love, relationship, for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But it's life.
100%, 100%. So tell me, now that that chapter's done, it's not like y'all have lost a step for real. What's kind of in the future, man? Because I'd love to see y'all. Drew League ain't really hitting like it used to hit right now.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be the one to say it. I'm not gonna be the one to say it with my chest.
I would still love to play in it, but yeah, it's different.
I'll pull up to see you guys. But yeah, I'd want to see y'all there. Shout out to our guy Corey, who's doing his thing overseas. I don't know if y'all have ever considered something like that. Hey, to be honest, this damn slam ball might be an option. I kid you not.
I thought about it, but I don't know if I'm that good on the trampoline. I need a lot of practice on that. Like video jump. But that would be fun. That sounds fun. Sounds super fun. Seeing video of someone jump and land, go straight to the wall. Yeah, that like catapult jump.
Yeah, nah, it's really crazy. I got into it a lot with Omar and Shiv on the last pod.
Yeah.
Because I was there last weekend. I'll probably spend some more time there this weekend. But aside from the oohs and ahs and kind of not understanding what's happening, once you watch a game, as basketball players and sports minds, you're looking at it and you're like, okay, you're understanding the cerebral part of it, and you're looking at different teams who are more advanced than others. And once you do kind of have a basis for the rules, you're like, okay, no, I could really turn this up, because there's handlers, but you can hit people. So once you put the ball on the ground, it's almost like you're playing like dodgeball in the middle of the court. And in the way we used to trap and run and like, catch me if you can, like I feel like that kind of relates to you guys.
Yeah.
If you see, when I saw kind of what Tony was doing, he was really the only one throwing behind the back passes and like, you add an extra flair of just basketball to the slam ball environment. So, everybody might think that they would translate a certain way, but until you kind of hit that scene and put the gear on and then it's naturally going to come out of you, and you'll see who's got who's really naturally got this. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if two of you guys took to it naturally. So we're gonna work on that. Maybe let me be your agent, and I'll get on the ground floors. I'll see if we can get you guys in the next draft.
We can. We'll be able to work out or something.
But is there anything else that you guys thinking? Because I weave in this to that answer, because I love how you guys just created a new phenomenon essentially in Hoop Sync, and have built the 2K Twinnz brand off of that and incorporated that into, like you said, teaching skills to a younger generation, into marketing yourselves. Y'all playing out at Venice Beach, I think now too. Like, are you guys going to keep, what's the plan?
Honestly, our plan is to just go with the flow, keep having fun with it. We're not even trying to take it to well, of course we're trying to do as much as we can with it, but take it to extreme right now and say we gotta do this, gotta do that. We do teach also on the side. So in this chapter in our life, we're kind of inspiring a lot of youth right now. So we're trying to, work on ourselves, be focus on the little things right now so we can become the best men that we can be. And just so it'll help, everything. Our content, ourselves, family, it's the youth, people looking up to us. So right now with the we got the invitation to hoop at Venice Beach, so we're just having fun there, trying to, get some buckets, put on a little show for them. But for me at least, I see us just, going with the flow, having fun, and not taking it too seriously, not letting, followers or views get to our head. Just try to, just keep it at the basic level, like the reason why we fell in love with basketball, just because it was fun. Facts, yeah.
Shout out to all the teachers. Shout out.
Yeah.
It's that time. Yeah, we're getting the classrooms together.
Really,
the staff is back on campus. But that's commendable, man. I'll let you expand too, Greg. But yeah, that like you said, more than anything, hey, I bet that's just the dopest thing through it all too, though, because like you said, you guys went through this whole wave, and then you kind of create this page together, and like we said, this page has thousands of followers, thousands of likes and views and shares and all this and that could feel really cool, or it might get to your head, but it's like through it all, you guys have each other, which is a blessing. I already know, but it's like it never gets too. You never get too lost in it all, because you're like looking at you guys can talk to each other and be like, hey, this is crazy, isn't it? Or like, or wow, this is really something. But that doesn't change anything. But like nothing's changed between who we are, what we're about, what we're going to do. So that's we're pushing it just forward on that beat. But hey, we might have something. Let's see what we can do with it now. But go ahead, Greg.
Man, I mean, kind of piggybacking, going off what he was saying. There's a lot of things we could do with it, little avenues we could go, kind of, and we just want to just keep on with the flow. So we obviously want to do hoops, as the highest form we could do. So a commercial, amazing, doing it in front of people, like a stadium halftime show, things like that. This goes along with
dope.
That pops up. That would be amazing. That would be something we would definitely do.
If we got the ice skating dogs at halftime, if we got the Jabberwockies, the Globetrotters and all that, I can definitely see you guys perfecting what y'all do, and hoop syncing it up. Go ahead, that's dope.
Yeah. So that kind of step into a little business and do different sales things, as in like drop shipping, things like that. But we are teachers, so we're trying to inspire the youth as well. Show that you can have a job and do what you want on the side, follow what you want to do. So, and we lift, so want to inspire people to go to the gym, be healthy, things like that. So doing all of that, we're just mainly focused on going straight forward, doing what we're doing and moving forward with it. A lot of ups and downs in this too. Just, with followers, he said, not paying attention to it and stuff. So we likes, videos, likes, shares and all that. So we're just trying to have fun with it, where we just moved to a new spot. So trying to have fun with it, trying to use this to help us go forward.
Shout out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So man.
There's lessons and all of that just from you guys' answers, because it probably could have been easy to, want to chase something that was more attached to basketball, or just kind of not be able to get back into reality is one way to put it.
Yeah.
But hey, y'all understood the mission while you guys went to college. It was, I've always been smart and know that you have that to fall back on, and whatever you want to do professionally doesn't have to be about basketball, So kudos to not only applying that, but applying that in a way that's really redeemable, and by passing these skills on to. So y'all are in middle schools, right?
We're in middle school. That's
y'all got some badass kids.
They think grown. Their first little taste graders, so 12, 13 man.
Yeah, they're trying y'all. They're trying y'all for real.
Yeah,
but it's inspirational. You know what I mean? I bet y'all are some cooler staff members that the students interact with.
Yeah, for sure. They resonate with us a little better, more than the older teachers.
Y'all don't have me walk out there on my lunch. Yeah.
For real. And we even play in the student versus staff game. So they know a little bit about what we could do. Yeah. And it's excites them too. Love it.
I know there's video of one of y'all getting cooked.
One of us getting cooked by a middle school?
There's got to be video.
By a middle schooler? No shot. Never, ever in life. Maybe
I respect it. I respect it.
There's some good middle schoolers, though. I keep my eye out. We're going to actually, let me add to that. We want to make a AAU team one day, too. So that's something we want to do in the future. And being at a school helps us see the young talent. So there's a lot of young hoopers out there. They're really good. So
I respect it. I respect it, support it, run with it. And since on the topic of school, I guess let's share this story together in 8 years later, how we feel. But shout out to Gahr, taking it back to the high school days. Jeremy, Greg, and I, our senior year, we came, we were freshmen together, went to the school. First of all, we were the only people, y'all were the only folks I knew at that school going there. And I kind of went there because knew y'all were going there. And I'm proud of what we did. Like I said, 4 years later, we're in a CIF Division III championship game. And we had a hell of a senior season. I think we won league. Playoff run went down and had some real good games, some good moments. And then we find ourselves in the championship at the Honda Center playing Sonora High School. Ew, I don't even want to say it. And we're up like 15 or so in the fourth quarter, right? And then what happened? Who wants to take it from here?
We're up a good amount. We were talking about it with Marvin the other day.
Shout out to Marv.
Yeah, shout out Marv. And we had a timeout or two left.
We had some timeouts in the chamber.
So what I remember, we were up 14, and they made a little run. 14, 15, they made a little run. Cut it to about 7. It was getting down, but it was still good, lead 7. And that's when we could have called the timeout, like the decision. We didn't know if we had any. We thought we didn't have any left. It's a 7-point lead with about 3 minutes left.
Yeah, not a lot of time. And what's crazy is that game was like neck and neck at halftime. So that lead really didn't come into play, I want to say, until the third quarter.
To the third. Yeah.
This was a team that was kind of bigger than us. This was a team that had, they had a big crowd turnout. They had a great season. They only lost like 3 or 4 games. And they didn't, I bet you that they were telling themselves they were going to win. And I bet they didn't expect to be in the fourth quarter down double digits like it was. And then there's video of this in the Long Beach Press Telegram. But I remember, because I don't know how many times I watched that video back then, but whoever's on the call is like, and then nothing was the same. because it was like 20. This
I
is
remember.
too far after that Drake album was actually the most recent Drake album.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, man, a crazy, crazy run. Like how Greg was describing, or Jerm, there's a little run going on. We see the league going down. I'm at the scorer's table
Yeah,
with
I was
Malik
thinking that.
for a good chunk of it. We get in the game, and we all know basketball's a game of runs, a game of momentum. And I don't know what it was, bro. We'll never get it back, unfortunately. But it's just like us on the court. We felt it. It was just, whoa, what happened?
Kind of slipped away, I guess.
We've lost this.
Their run continued, and we just couldn't. Yeah, they kept going. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if it got to our head, like just oh my God, they're getting closer, and we just. But it was just I don't know. It was crazy.
It was a tough one, man.
Fast too.
It hella did, bro. It was a shock because we just looked up and it's a minute or so left, and we're like doing last ditch efforts, and we're like, hold on, like no time to process, like you said, what just happened, and the buzzer sounds, and this team celebrating, and we're like, bro, what?
Yeah, man.
What? Are you kidding me?
After a historic season, historic run, we lost our last game too of the regular season to Linwood. We lost, and because we were
on some bull jive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that game was some bull jive too. Yeah, folks were kicked out of the gym, I want to say.
Yeah. But
somebody might have wanted to fight.
That might have been the energy that we needed to go into the playoffs to tear it up, because we destroyed those teams in the playoffs all the way through.
Bro. We did.
But dang, when we just went to the end, I don't know. I remember the gym was cold as hell. And I remember it was just,
bro. It felt different. The space was different.
Yeah.
All the space behind the court.
The rim was hard. Like the rim was like a break. Like it was different. But hey, man. Mm-hmm.
We had, those are the moments that we'll live to remember. The locker room after that. Real moments. Which these are just moments where you're solidified as bros and family, because like you'll never share that with somebody else.
Exactly.
Beyond just a teammate. It's like, man, like that whole weekend, my mom would tell you, I think I just watched wrestling like the rest of that weekend. Like I was hella tight in the house, but we turned around after that, and then we had a state invitation. You know what's crazy, bro? I just will always look back at that too. We won that game, like we should have. I think we were going open division for state, or we were going state like higher division.
Yeah.
We would have been in the real circuit, whoever we played in that state level, to where it's like we all would have got exposure to some new scouts and coaches, and it would have been an elevated platform for all of us too. And it's all good. We're not tripping over how it went down at all, but just looking back at it now.
Yeah.
But we still had a fun run in state. Like we were mentioning earlier, we went to this town, Porterville, California. Some
Porterville.
rural, farm town of however many folks, like in the middle of California somewhere. And that gym there was no space anywhere in that gym.
Well,
the whole damn city was there.
Orange and green, old school color.
Like this was like, I'm talking about energy. You're in like, oh, if this doesn't go down the right way, we might have to run to the bus after this type. Like,
for real, it felt like an old school game. Like it was the 1980s or something. Like it was in like a old gym. It was packed to the door. Like people were peeking through the door and stuff.
Literally.
We brought 3-4 buses. It felt like a movie. It was real. It was fun.
I think I remember to start that game, I had like a hell of a block on somebody. Like on like the first couple possessions, you're like, yeah, D, let's go, let's set the tone or some shit. And it was like, let's go, and we went in there, got the dub, got out, kept the dream alive.
Oh,
And
that was fun.
ran into some more fools, man. But nah, man, it was a great time, bro. It was a pleasure to play with y'all. And like you said, we're bros beyond that now. But I like that we're getting the chance to kind of chit chat about all this on here.
Sure. It's amazing from elementary to hooping high school, going to battle war to afterwards to now. Good to see. I love it. I wouldn't want to. I love it. Wouldn't want to do anything else.
Yeah,
It's
man,
a
through it all.
it's a blessing, bro.
Yep. Shout out to
Mhm.
the fam. Shout out to Janine, Dorian, Miss Jackie. You know, got major love for the fam. You know, seeing you guys at church was always a dope thing too. Oh, this is way better now. Oh, my guys are here. Like, let's go. Let's
Mhm.
go. But before we get out of here, I'll get your thoughts on interested in how y'all feel about the Lakers. And the one pivot point that I'll start with for that. Austin Reaves, man, our guy AR.
They are.
He's right now. Shout out to Terrell. He's in Mendenhall and Thomas and Matt covering Team USA. Get ready for their exhibition game against Puerto Rico ahead of the FIBA World Cup. And you know, we're going to talk some more. I think we're going to say the deep dive on this Team USA journey and who's lies in their path and what it really looks like, what other stars are playing on other teams, probably on our next Tuesday drop. So that way we can also get some recap and from Monday night's exhibition game, see what we see. But one of the, one of the under the radar guys that we're all having to pay attention to now is Austin Reaves.
Yeah.
And the Lakers got him back on a very friendly contract. D'Angelo Russell's making the circuit on podcasts and shows saying, hey, yo, he's a killer. He's a killer. We know that LeBron has that one white teammate that he always is like in sync with.
Yep.
We had games in the postseason last year where Austin Reaves was the closer.
Yeah.
Like, man, no doubt about it. How we feel about AR, how we feel about the Lakers.
I love AR. I was a little iffy at first about AR. I know he was good. I knew he played hard. I could see from the jump that he played hard, that he was a dog in that sense. He wasn't just going to give up an easy bucket or not play defense. But I wasn't sure if he was the one to be, giving the ball at the end to hit that J. I thought it had to be LeBron or AD. But I was looking at some Austin Reaves highlights, and he's cold. He's cold. I feel like he's putting in the work to deserve that. And I don't know. I'm just looking forward to like seeing more what he brings to the team. But I'm on the Austin Reaves bandwagon now. I like what he's bringing.
If anything, this Team USA exposure is only going to help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Help the country. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I knew he was raw, but I liked him. But it wasn't until a certain moment that's when I knew he was different raw when they played the Warriors, even this season, in the playoffs. And he was going at Steph, taking the challenge, scoring buckets on Steph, making difficult moves. I was like, yeah, he's not just a regular player. He wants that challenge, and he's going to challenge whoever. He's going to step up to the challenge, basically. Not only can he hit the big shots, hit good shots, but he can hit the big shots, hit shots on different defenders. He definitely could get better, but I know he's a good addition. I know the Lakers going to use him. Yeah. I love him now.
Now, hoopers can tell. You can see when a player has confidence, when he's not on the court playing a background role or kind of running from the moment. You can see where it's like, oh, we're going down like this with him with the ball. Okay. Yep. Like you can see him take those moments of like, all right, bro, well, hey, you got my support. Like if you're going, be this little mid-range assassin, great feel for the game. And he even just shared recently the story about how he declined being drafted by the Pistons because, hey man, the Lakers, they're kind of bad in 1,000 in terms of, they're the rookies that they brought into the organization over the past 5, 6, 7 years, dating back to Julius Randle. We talked about this on the pod. Their resume, they kind of haven't missed. What we're talking about, Randle, Kuzma, Ingram, Zoe, Austin
100%.
Reaves. It's a long track record of guys who
THT
turns out can really play. There was more. I knew there was more in what I was saying. I was like, there's a couple more from that these recent classes. But yeah, no, man, Austin Reaves kind of he was on the front line of having to prove it to people last year. And I think he understood that LA is where his bread's going to be buttered. He has a shoe deal, which he wouldn't have if he was a part of any other market. And I think he understood that. And, he's got to get ahead on himself. And shout out to the Big 12, he has made a name for himself. And we're paying attention. His head's down. He just likes basketball. He doesn't feel the need to be anything else other than what he is. And that version of him as a hooper, so far as getting the job done. To get the job done. I'm optimistic as well. Definitely. And there was the moment that I can pinpoint when I was like, okay, hold on. Everybody's saying now, oh, he got that dog in him. That's the popular phrase. Y'all probably remember this. It was after the trade deadline, Saturday or Sunday morning game against the Mavs. And the Lakers AD wasn't playing. The Lakers fell down by like maybe double digits, maybe like close to 20. And they came all the way back and they got the dub. It was the game where, oh man, either way, you guys kind of remember, because there was the game where Anthony Davis blew it and he let Maxi Kleber hit the three. I think that was at the end of the season. A little bit before that, they had a game where they beat Kyrie and Luka on the Mavs at home in LA. And there was just a sequence in that game where Austin Reaves wanted a foul and he didn't get the call. And then he was being guarded by Josh Green on the Mavericks. And Josh Green was kind of like, yeah, get that out of here. Stop playing soft or whatever. And Austin Reaves essentially was like, threw the ball at him and was like, bro, what the like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, hella turned up on Josh Green. And Josh Green was kind of like, his energy came down. And I was like, I literally sat up. I was like, hold on, did he just hella little bro this dude?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he's like that? Okay. Josh Green, I can't look at you the same anymore.
Yeah, I fuck with the attitude. I like the passion. It's all there.
Yep. Yeah, he's a baller for sure.
Anything else y'all want to see from this Lakers season coming up? Because y'all know we got a couple more years probably with Bron like this, and the championship window is probably it's always right now. We were right there this past season. Or any other NBA things that y'all are kind of looking at going into the year?
Man, what I want to see from the Lakers is just play a little bit of the rookies that we've been playing so they can get a little better. Maybe we can use them. Max Christie, for sure.
I'm ready to see Max. Ready to see him.
And then AD. I just saw an old video AD, man. Brought back memories. He was on the Pelicans still, but I know he got that in him. I want to see that. He shows flashes, definitely shows flashes. But I want to see him take over. LeBron is on his way out. He's LeBron, but it's AD's time to lead the team to the ship. He has to. LeBron's going to lead them in his own way, but AD got to ball out. That's it, pretty much. I think they still have a good chance. These other teams are scary too, though.
It's some sharks in the water.
Yeah, I want to see the Suns just because they got all those weapons now. But I want to see AD, like even like Greg just said, back to his old self. I feel like he got a little bit slower, and in my head, when I watched the game, yeah, he's heavier.
He was definitely heavier and bigger maybe to try and brace for playing the 5 more. I will say, I think the offseason additions, mainly of Jackson Hayes, recent reports are that they're considering him, that he's getting starting lineup consideration, like, heavily. Yeah. And I think that is the guy that you put in it, because we think back to the bubble 2020. AD kind of led that team. He honestly led that team.
He was hooping.
The game winner against the Nuggets in the conference finals, that series would have been 2-1 Denver if he didn't hit it. And to start the finals, he was trending towards being MVP until games 3 or 4 and 5 against Miami that series. And it was he was comfortable because, he had his Batman and Robin essentially in the front court of Dwight, JaVale, bump up Kuz and Bron, and I got, the long wings, and we're all protecting the paint. This lineup to me is going to mirror that again, getting these tall wings back in the rotation, along with viable centers who can play next to Anthony Davis. And, I think Castleton from Florida, who was on the summer league circuit, might earn his way into the rotation as well, because he's a skilled big. He's a high post, accurate passing. I got you on the back door. I can stretch the floor a little bit as well. And, of course, on defense, the big body, to help and switch and do what you got to do, and even just give AD a break for. So I think that the Lakers, they killed the offseason, if you ask me. I think we're going to see Cam Reddish have flashes. And
Cam Reddish too. He did.
Cam's ready to ball. I'm sure he is. I'm not going to set the expectation too high for him or expect too much. Definitely not too soon either. But I think that
me too, yeah.
I think you give the right type of player the right type of opportunity, and it, the cream rises to the top. Guys know what they can do. They trust themselves. I think LeBron's, he knows how to implement guys and feature guys once you figure out how they play. So I'm really excited. I think Gabe Vincent's going to shore up the backcourt 100%. A little more toughness, a little more defensive, a little more two-way ability and what he's bringing than what we got from D'Lo down the stretch. Even though D'Lo did have his best shooting season last year. So we needed D'Lo, man. When he scored over 18 or 20, we didn't lose a playoff game. So I think we just bolstered the roster altogether, and I'm liking our odds to get in from the ground from day one of this season, having a playoff roster at least, and not digging a hole for ourselves to where we have to push guys too hard, too soon, blah, blah, blah. I think we can manage this season the right way, because guys like Reaves are going to take a leadership step, and hopefully AD, you know what I'm saying, too. But, we kept Vanderbilt. We have all these guys now to defend, and that's the hardest thing, Hey, defense wins championships.
Yeah, it's looking promising. I'll say they have a chance. They have a chance, and and they can take it if they want to. Yeah.
Yeah. They could build that camaraderie, and they could be a championship team. Yeah. They could fix the regular season. So how it goes.
I'm excited though. Looking forward to all of it. All the teams are excited. Want to see
man.
All that. Where Kyrie, if he stays, not Suns, all that. So it's gonna be exciting.
We never really know, do we? With Kyrie.
Never.
Maybe he'll be in Laker jersey by the trade deadline. We'll see. We shall see. This was a good AM session. We're gonna get this out to the folks, and best of wishes to y'all on this new school year. Y'all go get it. Y'all keep getting it. Follow my guys, 2K Twinnz with a Z, correct?
Yep, 2 N's.
Once you put in 2KTWI, it's going to be the first result with the check mark. Get at my guys. Get at them on all socials. Jerm, Greg, this was a good sesh. Appreciate y'all for coming on. You're more than welcome whenever you feel the need.
A pleasure, bro. For sure, definitely a pleasure. Yeah.
Y'all let me know. We'll do this again. We'll check back in soon. But follow these guys, stay up to date with what they're doing. Support a brother, supporting the brother. And we gonna rock out, man.
Yeah, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Love to see it. And we're gonna be doing our thing right along with you, right here.
Likewise, bro.
All that.
Everything's in motion. Let's go. Black, press, get up. All right, fellas. Till next time.
All right, bro.